Hi everybody. Hope you're doing well tonight. Checking things out to make sure I'm in the right spot again as usual. You never know with me. Takes a couple seconds. Facebook Live has got a little lag between the recording and the actual video, so it takes me a second to make sure I'm connected and in the right spot. Hope everybody is doing well tonight on this rainy New Hampshire night. We were having thunderstorms earlier, so hopefully the video doesn't kick me out here at all. Get myself positioned a little bit. There we go. I think we're in the right spot. Just wait a couple seconds to see if we get some people to jump on. Hi, Sandy. Just catching up with the live. It takes it a minute to catch up with Facebook here, so just giving a minute to see if people can pop on and join us. So welcome to another Facebook Live. I want to thank you guys so much for coming and hanging with me. As always, I truly appreciate the likes, the hearts, and the comments. It really does help encourage me, not only encourage me, but also gets my page out there. Facebook algorithms being what they are, they sometimes make it a little harder for demonstrators out there that do these live videos. It helps them pop into your news feed and keeps us relevant, I guess you should say. I have a couple things to share before we get started on the project this evening. First, the October host code in this video. It's not actually cut off. It's all there. The October host code can be used not only to get October's card class for free, but also this Saturday, October 5th, is World Card Making Day. So anyone that uses the host code on Saturday with an order of $25 or more will be entered into a drawing to win this free stamp set. And the stamp set for this drawing is going to be the Pick a Pennant photopolymer stamp set. This is a new set, an unused set, I should say. So again, we have that drawing. Hi Kathy, hi Anita. Thanks for jumping on. I appreciate it. So October 5th, again, World Card Making Day. That's this Saturday. Watch my Facebook page throughout this week for details. There's going to be videos throughout the day, some booking incentives, etc. Next week, October 9th, Wednesday, October 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Paris Treasures is my monthly October card class. The card class is, again, $12 or free with a minimum $30 purchase using the October host code. You want to bring your basic toolkit if you have one. I do have stuff on hand if you don't have anything, but if you want to join card class, RSVP by Monday is helpful so that I can have kits and have them ready for you. Here's a sneak peek of one of the cards we're going to be making next week. Wishing you all the best using the First Frost stamp set and dies. Okay, let's see. So this is our little project that we're going to make today. It's just a little something for you using the new DSP. This DSP is in the holiday catalog. It is, oh, and the name escapes me. It is called Come Together. So the DSP is all fall related. So the DSP that I use today is the little pumpkins. Has some little pumpkins on it, and of course the reverse is the gingham. And all the DSP is super pretty in this set. Just some stripes and some leaves, and then again some more sort of plaid, a plaid pattern with some feathers on the back there. this pumpkin paper, which is so pretty. And on the back it's got some really fall leaves, pretty fall leaves on there. And then more pumpkins, these little pumpkin pattern paper, and just the wood grain paper, which is super popular. And then some little polka dots. And this is kind of like a, I don't know if it shows up on the video, but it's kind of like a burlap background with the little white polka dots. And then some leaves, some fall leaves on the back. That's really super pretty paper. And again, that's in the holiday catalog. So that's what I chose to do for this project. Hi, Tina. You could switch up the project and do it for Christmas or for any, you know, Halloween is coming up if you want to do something for Halloween. I designed it for a little, one of these little EOS, and of course we could untie it and take it out so I can show you, but one of these little EOS lip balms here. Pop it out. This one happens to be mango, tropical mango. They probably have pumpkin spice. Who knows? They have everything pumpkin spice nowadays. I designed it for this little EOS lip balm, but I also did discover that it fits perfectly. A K-cup fits perfectly in there too. So you could give a little K-cup treat as well, which would be kind of fun. So anyway. All right, so let's get started. So for the project, we're going to start with a piece of the DSP. This is the pumpkin DSP that I showed you. And this piece is going to be 2.5 by 11. So the DSP is actually, of course, 12 by 12. So the little 1-inch strip that we cut off, we're actually going to save it because I'm going to, we're going to use this on the front of our little package. So I'm going to set that aside. So this is the outside of our little package. I'm going to get our scoring tool here, and we're going to score this piece at 4.5 and 6.5 on the long side. Sorry, 4.5 and 6.5. So that's all we need on the outside piece. The other piece that we need to make the little holder for the lip balm that goes inside is 2.5 by 6.25. And I chose this really pale green, and because my words escape me, soft sea foam. The soft sea foam, which matches the DSP. And this is 2.5 by 6.25. We're going to score it on the long side at 1, at 3, at 4, and at 6. That's all the scoring that we need. So before we burnish any of these lines, we're going to actually take our Big Shot. And I use the layering circles. I set it right on my paper. I use one of the circles out of the layering circles die set, which was kind of the perfect fit for the EOS. You could also use a 1 3/4 inch punch. It's a little bit big for the EOS, so it might slip out, but you could put like a dimensional or something on the bottom in here to just hold it in place so that it doesn't slip out on you if you didn't have the die set. But with the die set, this one fits actually perfectly. And I'm just going to center it on, if you can see my little score marks, this is our 1/4 inch side. We have just that 1/4 inch score line there. And I'm going to set my circle in the middle. And my cutting pads, as you can see, are well loved. And of course I set this backwards. You would do it like a normal person, but I gotta make everything difficult. Alright, so then we have our little circle cut out. Alright, so now we're going to take this piece, we're going to burnish all of our score lines. Use your bone folder to make sure they're good and straight. And then all I did is I add, and I like to use, again, when I'm making boxes and whatnot, I like to use the liquid glue. I find it holds it really well in place. It's my glue of choice. You could use tear and tape. If you had our tear and tape, that works as well. I like the liquid glue for its mobility, I guess, so that you can get things in place and then move them around if you need to. Like right now, because I didn't have it straight. Okay, so there's our base, our little holder. So then we're going to take our long piece of the DSP, and we're going to add glue to the bottom of our little base here. And then I'm going to set it without getting glue everywhere. I'm going to set it right in the middle of those score lines, which may be hard to see on camera, but they're a little bit easier to see in person. There we go. And then once you have it in place, you can fold it flat to push it all down. Makes it easier. And then I'm going to glue up the sides just to keep everything together. Let's put glue on each side, like so, and fold it up. All right, so we're going to set that aside. Oh, no, we're not. I lied. Before we have it all put together, I kind of liked the rounded edge look, so I took my corner rounder. And this is just a corner rounder that I had. It's not ours. And I rounded my corners. And then I also put the two edges together, like so. And just punched a hole right here. Tip of the day is to hold your punch upside down so you can see when you have it centered. Mine does not want to punch out, so let's try this one more time. Line it back up. I was trying to do it upside down, which is not helping me. There we go. Okay. So then I'm going to take a piece of this. This is our, it's crushed curry wrinkle seam binding ribbon, which is super pretty, but it actually goes really well with our Mango Melody paper, which is what I'm using. And I did that because I was sort of tying in the color of the little EOS that I have. I thought it was cute, and I wanted a little orange because it's pumpkins after all. Even though this paper is not traditional pumpkin color, I thought that sort of brought it out a little bit. So I'm going to take a little piece of our crushed curry seam binding, and I'm going to slide it through the holes that I punched in the top here. We're getting quite a rainstorm out there tonight. I had awful thunder and lightning earlier. I shouldn't say awful. I love it. I enjoy a good storm. Alright, so I'm going to cut those ends off. And then, like you've seen me do before, I just took a piece of our linen thread and I'm going to wrap it around and tie a little bow. Oops, make sure to get it a little bit even here. Thanks everyone for coming out and watching with me. I appreciate it, or watching me I should say. Hope you enjoy these little projects. The video making was intimidating at first, but I think I've just gone with it at this point. It's kind of fun. Alright, so then we have our little bow. So it's just a simple bow tied around the the ribbon that was stuck through the hole. So to make the front piece, I'm going to punch a 2-inch piece of our Whisper White. And then, like you've seen me use before, the layering punch, I like this starburst underneath the 2-inch punch. And this is a piece of the Mango Melody. Thanks, Kathy. I appreciate it. Alright, so the stamps that I'm using for the front, this says just a little something for you, comes from the Delightful Day photopolymer stamp set. Has all kinds of cute stuff in it. Treats made with love, congratulations, wishing you a delightful birthday. So I'm going to take that, just a little something for you stamp, and I'm going to stamp it in the Mango Melody, right up in the top corner of the 2-inch circle, like that. And then I took a sprig from the Frosted Bouquet framelits. This little sprig is in those dies there, and I punched out one out of Pear Pizzazz. And the little pumpkin actually comes from the DSP. I actually cut it right out of the DSP that I'm using on the front. It comes right out of here. So I cut one of the pumpkins from the background of the paper. So these are my elements for the front there. First I'm going to layer these up here. Thanks, Sandy. I get a little tongue-tied sometimes, but we make it work. Alright, so that's layered up there. So this guy was a little bit too much for my little treat here, so I decided to give it a little haircut, and I just cut off this little end piece here, so that all I'm left with is this, like that. So I'm going to take a little glue dot, and I'm just going to stick it to the end of the little sprig here, and place him on there, like that. And then my little pumpkin is going to get a dimensional. And if I were dimensional, where would I be on Heidi's desk? There we go. Alright. So the little pumpkin's going to get a dimensional. And we're going to stick him on like that. So there's that little guy. So then the little piece that I cut off the DSP when we originally cut it down is just going to go right across the box like that. And it's just going to tie in the inside of our little holder. Waste not, want not. So I'm using up my little scraps. Stick it right on the front here. And it's already the exact size we need because it's cut from the same piece. And then again, a little bit of glue on this little guy, and I just did it right across the center because of course this is shaped, so if you do the whole thing it's not going to bend. It's not going to bend for you. So I'm going to stick that right on the front like that. And then to finish it off, I wanted to add just a little bit of bling, but I wanted to change them up a little bit. So I took our little bling here, and I took my Mango Melody alcohol marker, our Stampin' Blends, and I colored in, or colored on, 5 of these little things. Give them a second to dry, and then you can actually hit them with a little bit more color. It's not a big difference, but you can see they do turn the color that you're working with. Or maybe you can't see, I don't know. It's kind of hard to see in this. My camera's not wonderful, but anyway. So I gave them a little bit of color. And then I'm just going to stick them on. Oop, that one's a live one. And one here. And one down there. And there you go. Super cute little project. Originally designed for a little lip balm. These little EOS are everywhere in all sorts of colors, but you can also stick in a little K-cup. This one happens to be chocolate almond hot chocolate. Yum, huh? But you could put in a little pumpkin spice coffee, or they have pumpkin spice cappuccinos. Something like that would be super cute. You can never go wrong with a little bling. I agree, Kathy. So anyway, thank you for stopping in. I hope you enjoyed this little project tonight. Check back on my Facebook this week and see some upcoming stuff for this Saturday. I'm going to try to post videos all throughout the day. On Saturday, they will be pre-recorded videos as I will be out of town, but I hope to share a little card making with you on World Card Making Day. So anyway, thank you guys for stopping. I hope you have a great evening and happy stamping!